Welcome back. My name's Chris, and I'm a bookaholic. Well, it's been a while, and hey, look, I almost feel like I'm going to change the name of my channel to The Consistency of Inconsistency, The Bookaholic. I write a number of nonfiction books, and so that maybe that's a new title. So, long and the short, glad you're here. I want to talk to you about just a couple books that I am reading and I'm excited about coming out, and just some, whatever, high praise to a specific author here. So first things first, I accidentally, on purpose, started reading this book, City of Bones. Now, I realize this is like a middle grade YA, and the cover is hilarious. And there's no reason that I would pick this up based on the cover. So I probably, I'm going to explain how my brain works, and so you can send help. Here's the truth. I think I was in the store and I found a book that I wanted to get, and it was Cassandra Clare, Sword Catcher. And I realized, okay, so she's written a lot of books. This is so far the first in a potential series. Why don't I try her out and see what she's like? Well, I bought it, and I'm going to give you, just all these nuggets today. I bought it at Barnes & Noble because I have the membership card and all that, and I get a bit of a discount. But the problem is that later that same day when we were getting something at Target, I realized, oh, that's like $6 cheaper. So I returned it to Barnes & Noble, and I went and I got this. But in the interim, and this had spanned about a week or so, I kept thinking about this author, Cassandra Clare, and I was thinking, well, maybe I have already. I think I have her books, and because I have a pretty big collection here, and a lot of them are young adult, and obviously I have a number of kids, so it makes sense even if they don't read. But anyway, I digress. So I found this copy. I knew I had it. I had this and I had one other, and so I hunted it down, at no pun intended, with Shadow Hunters, and I started it. And actually, I must have already bought it on Kindle because I have it on my my iPad/Kindle. So I've been reading it, and I accidentally liked it. Like, honestly, I just kind of figured there's going to be some sort of huge, bizarre, angsty romance, young adult, and there is, of course, some of that going on, but the mystery of kind of what's going on and why is it happening really intrigued me. And now I'm like halfway through and I'm thinking, well, crap. I mean, I'm probably going to have to read the rest of this series, and that's going to mess around with my TBR, which is ever expanding and certainly impossible for me in this lifetime, or maybe 3 others, to actually finish. But it was a pleasant surprise, I'm not going to lie. City of Bones, and the simple premise is, at least as far as I've gotten, this Clary Frey, she's, ticked off with her mom, single mom kind of vibe. She's upset, and she goes off to a party. She sees something and wants to try to intervene and help, and then realizes nobody else really can see what she's seeing, and you're off and running. So I don't know if that's a spoiler, but you're going to find that out early, and it's kind of awesome to see what's happening. And I like also all these little mysterious kind of side tangents that you start going on, which you realize maybe they're not so side tangent after all. So I'm digging it. It's fun. And I'll probably end up trying this out too, because I think obviously I must be having some sort of delayed adolescent, infatuation going on with going back to young adult books or something. I don't know. What do they call it? Arrested Development, not the show, although I recommend that. Let's move on, because, yeah. So then, what I wanted to do was to try to mention two other things in this video. It's a shorter video, but so then because I'm sitting and I have all sorts of books around me, I don't ever just read one book. I try to read, I don't know, all of them at the same time. I decided, because I have the books, I'm going to give this in Michael Sullivan, the Ryrie, however you want to call it, Ryria, Theft of Swords. And honestly, I mean, it's kind of awesome. I just tried a few pages, jumped into it, and I'm already digging it. And so there's some kind of sarcastic, fun banter, and I've heard that the friendship duo here is pretty awesome. Hadrian, Blackwater, and Royce. So Royce, what? Melbourne. Of course, people like, Patrick and Andrew and most of the booktubers out there that you're following, I'm following, and they praise this series. And so, of course, I'm late to the game. And that's okay. So I'm giving it a go, and I'm really, really digging it. Okay. Last but not least, and really this is kind of what I wanted to focus on, is one of my favorite newer authors, and sing his praises, as have numerous other booktubers out there. And honestly, I just love the world he's creating. And that, to me, is the secret sauce when it comes to multi-volume books in a series. And J.C.M. Byrne is who I'm talking about. And, of course, this is the first in the hybrid helix. I loved this book, ate it up. And then, of course, Return of the Griffin, which to me was, I felt like, even better than the first. Because, see, I like to know about, like, the bigger picture. And I feel like the second book in the series gave me a bigger kind of picture. And then this just, brought you back to Wistful, and I thought this was such a cool book, and actually I loved this one as well. And I'm reading now Shadow of Hyperion, who I can't wait to see maybe show up, in this book. And already I'm all in. It's so good, and I'm loving it. So the thing I love about J.C.M. Byrne, Joe Byrne, is that he loves the craft. He loves what he's doing, and he's just as excited about it as we, the reader. I personally am pumped, because I think he just came out with another, or is coming out with another little book, and it might be a little bit of a side tangent, and I'm digging it. So, look, keep your eye out for this guy. He's one of my all-time favorites. I have some other indie authors that I've been super pumped about, and I'm enjoying what they're doing. And Andrew Meredith is specifically coming to mind as someone who I really am impressed with, just on a personal level and on a literary level. And so I'll highlight a little bit more of his in a future video. But more than anything, I think I just wanted to just kind of make a nod to Cassandra Clare, who was not on my radar at all. And I feel embarrassed. Honestly, I feel a little bit weird for saying that I really liked the book. Because, I almost feel like, is this on the same kind of plane as me saying and admitting I read all the Twilight books, which, for the record, I did. Maybe I personally think that Cassandra Clare's writing is better, but that's probably not a great claim. Long and the short, I don't know what happened. So I accidentally found myself reading a book that was not even remotely near my TBR, but whatever. Michael Sullivan, I can see why the praise is real. I'm kind of pumped about diving into that more. Maybe I'll do that a little later today. And then ultimately I'm finishing up my J.C.M. Byrne. And I can't wait to get the actual tangible hardcover, because, I have... I don't know if I can explain this to you, but I have a little bit of a problem when it comes to collecting books, because I'm a bookaholic. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you dug the video. Look, if you've not tried this, I mean, there's great interviews out there. I got the chance to interview him. You can find out a little bit more about his rhyme and reason. But superheroes in space, yes, of course, there is that going on. But I think, like, I like the familiarity that you're getting with his surroundings, his world, and like the kind of slow introduction to his past, a little bit more depth, a little bit more. So you're not like jerked around with the different story plots. It's all fitting together so well. And yes, I recommend you read them in order. Obviously, you're going to want to do that, and you're not going to be disappointed. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Now, if somebody has been, then obviously you have problems. I mean, I think we can acknowledge that. So, all right, you're awesome. I'm thankful for you, and thanks for being a subscriber, all few of you. Honestly, I'm not doing this so that I have millions of followers. I'm just doing this because I love this. Anybody who's along for the ride, I just want to say thanks. As far as I'm concerned, in the words of Charlie Sheen, winning. Again, that reference, maybe not so great. All right. Have a great day. I love this stuff, and I hope you do too.